So that's what we have. I measured about 200 grams of rice and we are going to get started. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome to Leka Treats, and thank you so much for being here. So in today's video, it's a weekend, and yes, in a Ghanaian home we have several breakfast delicacies that are so delicious. You need to try. And in today's video we are going to use just rice to make a lovely Ghanaian breakfast known as rice water. Yes, so in you can call it rice porridge, rice pudding. In Germany they have the same type of food. I think they sell it in the stores, even packaged, and they call it milk rice because they use milk as the base to cook it. But in Ghana we use water, and then when we are eating we use condensed milk. But you can just customize this to your preference. You can use milk as the base, put your rice in and cook it from scratch. And by this I mean the very like the 3.7 liter milk, the one we use for cereal. That's what you'll be using typically to cook this. Or you can use water to cook this, and when you are done you use your condensed milk to enjoy this. So this is the rice that I have. I have over here jasmine rice, but for this recipe usually the broken rice is what people normally use in Ghana. If you don't have that type, you can also use basmati rice because the grains are very small. We are going to cook this for quite a long time for it to soften up with a lot of water, obviously, so that we can have the rice soaking up the water and becoming very soft. And you even have some liquid, very thick pudding-like liquid from it as well. So it's super simple to make. If you go to the German stores, they have even rice that are specifically labeled for milk rice or for rice water or rice pudding or whatever you call it. I have jasmine, but we'll be using it all the same because I really want to have a taste of rice water today. So yeah, let's get started. So we'll begin by pouring in our rice. So I have about 250 grams of rice here, and I'm pouring about 1.5 liters of water in. We'll be adding water as and when it's needed. I will begin with this. So we'll begin cooking with medium heat. However, in case you have cast iron, you don't have to quickly start heating your pan so fast. So I'm beginning on low heat, then I increase the heat to medium high heat. You don't need to cover your pan in case you don't have time to keep watch over it. But in case you do have time, please, yeah, cover it so that you can sustain some heat in it. And then as it begins to boil, you take off your lid, or you can put it on halfway. Typically we have rice water with milk, and then you can add some fruits or nuts as you please. Mostly in Ghana we add like groundnut or peanuts, but today we are going to be adding some fruits. Strawberries and blueberries go so well with rice water. So as I mentioned earlier, it's good to give it a stir from time to time, especially when you are not using a non-stick pan because it's going to get stuck at the bottom. So now that our rice water is boiling, we are going to remove the cover, give it a stir. And at this point in time, you can decide to cover it halfway. You do not have to. In fact, you must not cover it fully because it's going to boil over. This is how our rice is looking. We are very likely to add a lot more water to it, but trust me, just a little bit of rice goes a long way. It's very economical to make rice water. So I have some strawberries here that my daughter picked up yesterday together with this blueberries. We are going to enjoy them. I'm going to wash them very well and set it up, get my bread going. Yes, you have to enjoy it with bread as well, but most often it's so filling that you don't need a lot of bread at the side. I wanted to share this great find that I got from IKEA. It works fantastic. You just have to insert it into your sink and you can wash your fruits, your vegetables. It works absolutely wonderful. And the best side is that it has these drainage holes at the bottom, and it lets it gives you the convenience of washing your fruits and your veggies, especially if you don't have a larger resting place in your sink, or a very large sink with those two compartments. That is what I meant to say. So we are going to insert this into the sink and we are going to wash our fruits and enjoy them. But of course we need our vinegar. So we'll be adding some water to it. I added about 200 ml of water. It's more like it. We are almost there, but it needs a little bit of time to soften up a bit. And because we'll be adding condensed milk at the end, I'll make it a little bit thicker than the normal. In case you use regular milk, then having a thickness of this level is good. But I will be adding condensed milk, so I'll make it a little bit thicker. And just see the quantity of rice water we are already getting. And it took less than 20 minutes to make this. So at this stage, we'll be adding some salt to taste. I'm just using half a teaspoon of salt. Please add to your taste because we'll be adding sugar to this. And sometimes we also add honey. Most often we use honey. So this is the perfect consistency. And mind you, once you put this off, it's going to thicken a little bit more as it cools down. Just make this according to your preference. Yummy, yummy. As you can tell, we are done with our rice water, rice pudding, milk rice. We are done with it and it looks so delicious. We didn't have to use a lot of time to make it. This is what we are going for. One thing you never do when you're making your rice water is taking it off the heat with or without sugar and adding milk to it when it's so hot. You never ever do that because it's going to, turn watery. You are not going to have the pudding texture of the rice water anymore. It's going to separate apart. You are going to have liquid and rice, grains of rice in there. You don't want to have that. You want to have it as a lovely pudding coming together just like so, and enjoy it. So we are waiting for it to cool down a bit, in case it's so hot and you really want to eat it very fast, you can put it in the fridge, or do what we used to do when I was a little child. You fetch a bowl of water in a bigger bowl, and of course you just place this in it so that it cools off really fast for you to do. That's what my mom used to do a lot when we were kids. So for us, we sometimes use honey and sugar, and due to that I do not add the sugar to the pot of rice that I'm cooking. So I have some sugar here, of course our condensed milk, and this is the Yah brand in case you were wondering. It's 7.5 of percentage of fat. You can go for the 10% as well, but 7.5 works great for us. And then yes, there's honey for whoever wants to use it. So the sugar you can add when it's really hot. Then our sugar to our rice water. Just 2 teaspoons of it is fine, because remember we have some fruits at the side that we are going to add to it. We mix it up like so. Finally, we are done. We have our bread at the side. Of course, we have our strawberry and blueberries. It's giving life right now. And then we have our rice pudding. Just look at that. Please give this recipe a try. You have a great serving, nutritious serving of rice water, rice pudding, milk rice. You know, it's a wholesome meal. You have your carbohydrates, you have your protein in there. In case you have your nuts, cashew nuts, my goodness, just drop it in, add it, and you will love it. So delicious, so nutritious, and your kids will love it. Thanks so much for watching. As always, simple, easy, lekker. Bye.